All right. Thanks, everybody, and welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. My name is Casey. We're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, and I am working with a whole new hardware setup, so there is at least a 50% chance that things are going to completely explode over the next 2 to 3 hours, and I'll do a scramble reset and we'll be back. But the important part is we're going to have some fun, play some games. We're working our way through the original Adventures Reincarnated upcoming release of the Dark Tower and the Sons of Set. The party has made their way up and down some of the underground areas below the town of Mitra's Fist. They just recently fought their way past some carrion creepers, dealing with some nasty buggies, dealing with piles and piles of dead bodies. They found a small, semi-sanctified area between 3 statues that they suspect once represented the now god Mitra in his mortal form. They have been destroyed and desecrated, but that little bit of sanctity stuck to them. They hunkered down, they pulled up their tiny hut, they took their rest, and got very, very lucky. Seems like that sanctity was hanging on there, as they were able to complete their long rest. In the town above, it has gone through a day cycle. It is into night. The sun has set behind the mountains, and darkness claims the town of Mitra's Fist once more. Everybody will get a chance to talk about the spells that they may be changing out, do a little bit of strategizing as we come back, because it's right around the 7.5 hour mark. Everybody's starting to get that little bit of restlessness in, move around a little bit, and it seems that Blitz and Bowser have got the restless leg syndrome going on at the moment, and headed back into that room with all of those piles of bodies, the victims of the Set worshippers, had been thrown into this giant worship hall. The bodies had been looted, but not thoroughly so. There were copper coins about and that sort of thing, and Blitz had started collecting some of the copper coins. Bowser had, wanted to play along, and Blitz had joined in and done a little bit of, throwing the more aerodynamic of the bones, and Bowser went out and fetched and brought them back. And as this was going on, there was a moment of maybe clarity that struck, like, this is maybe not the best thing to be doing in the worship hall of Mitra. But, maybe it's for a good cause. And that's where we'll kind of pick back up. As a reminder to the party, we've got those 3 statues. You did find a little scroll, had a little map of a round room and some symbols of traps inside. There's an illusory door to the north-hand side. You've seen some of the bodies falling through the lower half of that door, had their no-clip enabled. Far to the east, there was a small statue with a billowy fog wall. In the middle, to the north, there was the stairs that led up towards the what you believe is going to be the tavern or the inn. And then down below, there's all kinds of more stuff. And that's where I'm going to turn it back to you all and ask, what you doing there?
Casey, one thing on clarification. These statues were pretty well completely defaced. There was really nothing. They were all pretty wiped out of anything that would be descriptive, right?
Someone had gone at them with hammer and chisel, trying to, knock the noses, the ears, anything that was protruding off. But based on the location, the styles, and sort of, the general outline of them, this is Mitra or the Lions of Mitra, some of the Saints of Mitra representations. Okay. The sword, the belt, the mace, they're very iconic. That lion motif is in there, even though it's been chunked away a lot. Maybe Blitz has turned up 1 or 2 of the statue pieces, along with the other things that Blitz has been turning up in that other room.
Oh, if that's the case, he would start searching for those specifically. Sure. He wanted to patch those statues.
Yeah, so you find a couple of chunks of stone. More... it's like working on a jigsaw puzzle, that's white pieces on a white background with a glass of milk, sort of situation here. Which piece goes to which set? But yeah, you can start gathering random stone chunks.
Right.
Hopefully
Well,
break even as far as the karma with Mitra. It gives his nose back.
Well, I swapped out a few of my spells. I took Dispel Magic, the Blindness, Deafness, and Hold Person. So I do have those at my disposal today.
Nice. And Tann can't change his spells, but he's got some fire and electricity, and with the transmuted spell meta magic feature, I could get in the other elements in there as well. But it seemed from looking at that scroll, I think fire and either electricity or thunder, something to that effect, was on that scroll. So I have that.
Right. And if memory serves, there was on the scroll, there was a name in the middle, kind of like in the bullseye, and it was concentric circles. Correct.
Omphalos.
Yes.
Omphalos, with an oomph.
Yes. Oomph. I think I even put that with an oomph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there it
that
is.
and that word to hear it had something to do with like being spirit or something like that.
A guardian presence or a spirit of legend is what I have written.
Mhm.
Okay.
Did Casey, I know you were thinking about either making or getting a graphic for that scroll. Were you able to do that or no?
I did not do that thing, but when it becomes appropriate, I will be sure to review that with you.
Okay, because I don't know why. Even when I drew it, I'm like, I feel like I drew it wrong. So, yeah, just make sure I'm not confused. So if I say something weird, it's probably because I drew something wrong.
And it was pretty much just circles. There wasn't like other shapes of like binding or anything, so we don't know if it's something is maybe contained within this.
No,
or...
it was a very simple layout of these the arcane symbols: circle, 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 omphalos.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is my dog still sleeping?
He is. You
Your dog?
check in. There's a little
That's right.
puppy hanging there, and he's just like a lurk. Very sleepy.
That's
Right.
a sleepy puppy.
Well, and that was the purpose of the Dispel Magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when, let me know.
We'll keep it in mind for now, but I don't think we need to do it just yet, for we have no idea what this dog is even doing, other than just being asleep.
Tahir, the puppy.
Yes, the dog.
We're safe here. Now would be a good time to do it.
I mean, we're safe here for another 3 minutes and 26 seconds, but sure.
But like, what happens if we're in the middle of a fight and it wakes up and it decides that it wants to attack us?
It's a puppy.
You don't know that.
Sleepy puppy.
I can see it. It's in your hands.
You don't know the depraved craziness of this creature.
The
It's a dog.
Vorpal puppy, I think, right?
The Vorpal puppy.
What's a purple puppy?
Nothing, hopefully.
To defeat to defeat the Bandersnatch and the what's the Jabberwock? The Bander Jabberwock.
The pupper walk?
Snickety
The
snack.
Pupperwock. Schnickerstack. All those other made up words.
Well, don't ask me if you want to wake the dog up. There's something I can do other than flick it.
I will be more than happy to see if I can't remove the spell on it.
Sure. So you go ahead and settle down, give a little shh, and then spell time. You are attempting a dispel magic?
I am.
Right. You give it a little zzz, and it just like water off a duck's back. Like you've done dispel magic on things before, I would imagine. You know that there's a struggle, a back and forth that you can sometimes go into. This just did not pay attention to your spell at all. No respect. Something else at work here.
Interesting. All right, puppy back in the backpack.
Interesting.
And you put the puppy back in the backpack. You do notice something, I think. Could I have a nature check from someone in the party?
What's nature?
It's the opposite of nurture, I guess.
I have an okay understanding of dogs.
Okay.
Go for it then.
I'll assist you. I'm proficient in it.
I would give you guidance, but I don't have that spell. I'm not a caster. I'm pretty
I would
used
give
to
guidance as a.
You guys go around killing everything,
Eminent
and I
dog
just stand
expert
around.
myself.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and give me the D4 there. We're working on a 23 already, so yeah, it's 27. That is a solid bit of information. So, Tahir, you realize a couple of things. One, a small dog in a backpack would probably have left some evidence. But as you check in for evidence of dog in backpack, there are no spots, no stains, no leavings. Not even any like shed or hair has come off the dog. So it's not just asleep. It seems to be in a form of stasis or holding. And perhaps with that combination of knowledge, a little bit of an arcana check about what this might be here could be attempted. Whoop. It's madness, just madness.
It's
What
a dog.
crazy Setite magic is this?
No, I use magic all the time, but what is it?
Can I identify the dog? Well, I gotta check the rules on this.
Presumably, if the dog is magical. Yeah.
Ooh, if you instead touch a creature through the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Ooh,
Bingo.
nice.
Identify time.
Give it a try.
And we have time. You do, don't wait. Don't
Wait,
do a spell
are you
slot.
sure about that?
Well, what? Of course I have. It's my magic.
No, that we have time.
I mean, the dome's still up.
Time is a relative thing, man. Magic is all about feeling. What is time?
I
Actually,
would
not-
know.
Magic's more about hard work and dedication to your craft. What are you talking about feeling?
As you're talking about the feeling of time, you feel like boop as the dome just kind of falls down. 8 hours have
See?
passed.
See, it's tired.
You get a little waft of that smell from the other side, but this area is clean enough. Stay low.
And I use prestidigitation to try and
I mean,
beautify as much as I can. I feel like that won't really help, but
there's a
it's an attempt.
butterfly wing tornado chance, I guess. So, like, you hit that smell just right.
Mm.
So, identify is being attempted?
Or
Okay. So, for identify, I believe you need to handle the object / puppy. So,
I just have like the dog like this. Just I had never held the dog before.
so
It's just like
the magical madness goes on, despite the fact that you can see, touch, cuddle, ruffle the puppy. To the identify spell, that is not there. It's just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. There's nothing there.
Whoa. Puppies are relative too. Just like time.
Apparently, the all-powerful wizard isn't all-powerful.
Perhaps this dog is not even real. It's all in imaginations and a very complicated illusion. Make us think
But
there's a
I
dog.
can touch it.
That's what the illusionist wants you to think. Why
I
are you
go in
poking
and
me?
I'm poking the cheek of the puppy. This curious case.
You attempt to disbelieve. You can go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw if you like.
There is no dog.
There is no dog.
There is a dog.
It's a very convincing dog.
It's all relative, man. I think it's pretty much
Still
there
pretty
though.
sure it's a dog.
Never mind. I can touch it. It's soft
Dahrian,
and
is this a
cuddly.
dog? Is this a dog? Look at it. Look at it.
I study it, I touch it, and it looks like a dog. Yeah.
Are you sure? Tell me. Is this a dog? There's nothing here.
I'm
The
going
magic
crazy.
says it's nothing. The magic says it doesn't even exist. What is it?
If it doesn't exist, it would explain why my dispel magic there was no. I mean,
Well, that's.
I guess I would.
Alright.
I would guess
Magic.
I would describe it as there was nothing there for it to dispel.
So
Is
If
the
it
sense I
doesn't
got.
exist, why were those people protecting it?
Dahrian, do me a
They're
favor. Give me a
crazy.
perception check as you were looking at this, because there's actually a possibly a better response. So as they're holding the puppy up and like, what is it? You notice a little little charm. It's kind of up there in the folds, but it's there, and you can see that it says, "Oh, the response is murky. Ask again later." Oh no, sorry. Responds to murky.
Respond to murky.
Responds to murky.
Murky. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that because I didn't notice it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I
You
take
did
it back.
say it, though.
I know I did, but I didn't see it, so it's not fair. I'm not going to say it.
I will say.
I got excited.
I will say. Murky, wake up, boy.
Nothing happens. I mean, you say that, but the puppy still just.
I show everybody the collar, the tags on it, basically the dog tags that either do or don't exist. They say response to murky.
Huh.
Perhaps Murky is
Murky.
his master. And he only responds to him
Oh.
or her.
We didn't kill Murky now, did we? Do you want to see any name tags?
We very well we were very well. I'm having a malfunction. We very well may have killed Murky. I think I've got some meat stuck in my craw. Just a moment.
You don't want them to stay there, man. That's not great.
No matter which way you look at that, it sounds awful. Have we killed a murky? We have killed many things down here.
Is that MU or ME?
Murkey.
Murky, howl.
No response.
I hand the dog back to Andry.
Perhaps if we spoke through some type of distortion field and we sounded Murky.
It could be.
But I'm guessing by the way that murky is capitalized, we need to find someone who is named Murky, because that is a proper noun. Grammar is fun, kids.
Who are you talking to?
Silly. It's all relative.
I think she's talking to me.
That's right, Andry.
That's
Such
right,
a
big
good
guy.
kid.
Anyways, now we learned something new. Invisible wall.
Think so.
So, we understand the
Go to the
dog.
invisible wall.
Okay. North side of the room, you can see that several of the, bodies are clipping, or not clipping, through the wall. It looks realistic, except for that whole, X person through it.
Do we want to do the Eyes of the Night for everybody at this point or later? I can do it once. Everybody would have it for an hour, and then I can expend a spell slot to share it again. But that's pretty expensive. But
Can anybody not see in the dark?
Big you, big guy.
Yeah, I can
you
see.
can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're Goliath. I forgot.
Okay.
I think we're all
What?
good.
Yeah,
Can Andry see in the dark, or?
yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I see just fine.
Blitz, does
I'm
Bowser
quiet.
see in the dark?
Yes, I think so. Good question. I'll just say.
You may want to check his lenses then. Well, who wants to go in first?
Yes,
I
he
can go in
has vision
first.
of 60 feet. I just remembered installing that.
Do you want
Well,
me to
if-
stick my head through the wall?
Well,
Oh,
if
sorry.
at such time having 300-foot distance is beneficial, I'll be sure to do that for everybody. So.
Cool,
Right.
thank you.
Remember, we're on Mitra's side now, so let's try not to kill everything.
Yes.
But would he want us to kill everything? Because everyone down here is set related.
But we're on Mitra's side now.
That's right. We've always been. Were
Excuse me.
you not on Mitra's side, Andry?
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that. Like, I always thought that it was Mitra's fists. That's why I go around punching things. But
Yes.
apparently they use weapons.
Well, Mitra's fist is just the town name. I mean, Mitra does have fists, I guess, but that's just the name of
But
the town.
he go around hitting things with his fist?
Well, he
Or-
hits set a bit, so yes.
Is there, in that case, if this is Mitra's fist, do we also have Mitra's foot, Mitra's abdomen, Mitra's nose,
Head?
Mitra's appendix?
And the other thing I wanted to talk about
I
is
counted
the-
42 appendices.
That's a lot of appendices.
Oh,
the other thing I wanted to talk about is the people upstairs in the town. They're all evil
so far.
because we were partying with them and they seem pretty cool.
Well, that was just their blatant tomfoolery of us.
I
They
think
got us good, and they took your money while they were at it.
I know we've confirmed the constable, of Arcus, the innkeeper we've confirmed has been down here. We know that Cornelius is not involved. He's just a poor old man.
Those acolytes are.
Yeah.
His acolytes, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And I think we killed the constable
And the sheriff.
and the sheriff.
Yes.
Did
I don't know the constable's name, though.
Haven't seen the blacksmith, right? I haven't seen the blacksmith yet.
All right,
Not
now
yet.
that they're all distracted talking, I'm going to walk through the door.
Okay.
I could teleport and rescue Cornelius, and there he goes.
Andre, as you go to walk through the doorway, could I have a dexterity saving throw from you, please?
I only expect good things to happen.
Only good things. Okay,
That's
so
pretty good.
good news and bad news. The good news is you don't take any damage. The bad news is you do discover that the illusion is roughly a quarter of an inch deep, and you just whomp right into a wall, boards, something. Your foot kind of kicks out underneath you, so the bottom 2 to 3 feet, there's a hole there, and that's where things are spilling through the illusion. But there's wall behind there, and you just kind of took it in the face.
What's the point of that?
What's the point of bringing a bunch of magic users if you guys aren't going to tell me that it's magic?
What?
We know it's magic, just not what kind of magic. Oh, that's funny.
So you spend a little.
Andrei, you said there was a hole?
So you spend a few seconds. So from about 2.5 feet up, it feels like someone has boarded and sort of plastered in the wall before putting the illusion on it. But down below, you can feel it's kind of all crumbled and melted away. Looking around, you would imagine that black pudding, that ooze that you had dealt with, had ate away at the bottom, 2 feet or so of the area, and that's where things are kind of spilling through. You could sort of get down and make your way inside that way, or you could tear the doors, or you could do just about anything. What are you doing? Sorry, not doors. Lath and plaster, basically. Wooden strips with, goo smacked up on it.
I still have, and I pull out the hammer and chisels that we'd used earlier on the wall. That
Wait, what wall?
The one
the
you walked
one
into,
that
big guy.
the one that the ogre statue was popping up all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah, I avoided that.
You did. But yeah, I take hammer and chisel, and I think Blitz, you had masonry tools or whatever, right? Mason's
Yes.
tools. Yeah. You wanna?
I have a hammer and python if that counts towards helping with that.
That sure looks like it would take a long time. Can I just punch the wall?
Right ahead. Big guy? I don't think the same idea, but his finger starts on fire. I could just burn it.
Where would the smoke go?
In here.
And isn't it stone?
It's
right.
It's plaster and wood, so force and fire, it would eventually come down. But you can't really see what you're doing. You're just basically striking blind through this. Now, the wall kind of caves in forward, scorch marks happen, but then the illusion is over it. It's not strong enough to withstand this concerted effort or individual efforts as you go. So eventually you're tearing apart and throwing to the side bits of wood, bits of plaster. Now, as all this is going on, the illusion stands up, so you're basically reaching in, pulling stuff out, and you've cleared out enough of a space. And as you've now been working in the meat locker for a while there, could I have a Constitution saving throw from each of you that breathes?
What's breathing?
I'm a wizard who's good at these.
Are
Whoa.
you?
Ooh.
Yes,
Whoa.
quite.
Wow. Andry, what happened?
Everything is relative, like tiny puppies.
I sure don't feel very good.
You do not. You have to take a knee for a moment there. Maybe you grabbed a bad hunk of something, but you're just gark for a little while. It passes though. Maybe don't do anything strenuous while breathing in that fume set there. But as Andry has taken his moment to the side, what's everybody else doing? There's enough of a entryway there. If you wanted to step through, you could.
Yeah, Tann might stick his head through if
So
See
Tann,
what's
as
up.
you stick your head through, what would be the first skill you would want to deploy as you did that?
Stealth for sure, because I have no idea what's on the other side.
Could I get a stealth check from you, please?
Sure.
That's a pretty good stealth.
Thank you.
As you rock in with a 24 stealth, and go ahead and reveal some area here.
Oh.
And you may not be able to see the full length and breadth. Wait. How far do you see in the dark?
I think the standard amount.
Okay.
60, yeah.
So you can't see all of this right now. But
Gotcha.
you see enough of it that you recognize the depiction from that map. And sort of looking down at the ground fairly intently, you realize that, oh yes, just 5-6 feet ahead of you is a little symbol in the ground, and it looks like it would make things go boom quite spectacularly. So, we're going to do a little bit of pointing here.
Okay.
Right down here, that little dot is the first of those arcane symbols. Over here, another of those dots. And those represent those lightning or electrical or shocking runes. Inside there, the next ring, square ring basically, is going to represent the next set, and then the next, and then finally these two will be the center. So we've got from the outside in, it was...
So it was electricity and then
It was
blindness.
lightning, paralysis, blindness, fire.
Yep.
Then
Oh.
the
So
fancy
lightning,
word.
paralysis, blindness, fire. I pointed. That's better. Lightning, blindness, paralysis, fire, fire, blindness, paralysis. No lightning up at the top, but lightning over here.
Gotcha.
Now, the room itself, as you kind of, pull your head back just a little bit so as not to center yourself over that symbol, is at one point it must have been majestic. You can see that there was some sort of painting or mural on the ceiling. The walls were carven, but just time has been eating away at this room. All the paint has dropped down in chunks. You can see bits and pieces of color scattered about the floor. Ringing the room, all around the outside, maybe 30 to 50 skeletons stand at attention, guardians of some sort perhaps. And in the center of the room, a large statue, a serpentine form, coiled up upon itself. And then at the very top, the head is more of a humanoid, female figure, comely, perhaps good looking if you're into human faces on giant serpentine bodies.
Is it? Sorry, my mic was muted.
So there's, you said 11 skeletons at attention, and then the serpentine.
No, roughly 30 to 50 skeletons.
Oh,
at
30 to
attention.
50.
30 to 50.
I'm sorry.
You can't see them all, but you just kind of you can see that there are, a lot. So
And just
where are the
can't
ones we
count
can
it.
see?
Okay.
where are the ones you can see? I mean, you can see them all over here,
Huh.
over
Oh,
here,
yikes.
and all sort of over here. I mean, you can't quite see the ones that are right around the corner, but you suspect they're there.
Tann is gonna pull his head back from the thing. He's gonna look at everyone. He's like, there's a lot of dead things in there. Was the serpentine thing a statue or an actual creature? From what
Statue.
from what I could see. Okay.
Yep.
And he shared that as well.
I would like to point out that there are a lot of dead things in here too.
Oh, sorry. These are skeletons. So like the ones in the bronze, but he's gonna poke his head back out. I don't believe they have. And he pulls his head back in. I don't believe they have bronze on. But they're skeletons. There's a lot of them.
Are
I
they
lost count.
moving?
Are they moving?
Are they
Moving?
I think maybe a perception might help with some of those details.
Oh. Here we go.
That's a pretty good perception. So you can see that the skeletons are not moving. They are not wearing bronze, but they are armed with maces. The maces seem to be in good repair, and the clothing or effects that are on the skeleton look intentionally made for their skeletal form. They're wearing old tabards, but they're cinched in, to the hip bones, not where, they would have been. So it's definitely showing signs of wear and age and decay, but they were
These
posted
guys
as
were
guards. Yeah.
Yeah, this was all intentional. Okay, I would pull back. I'd pull back to pass that on to the group.
Well, it would seem that they are protecting this chamber of sorts, and if what my hunch is correct, that they're guarding whoever's in the center of that, being that statue. Perhaps it could be used something to our advantage in our fight down here. He's then going to peek his head in and look at the arcane symbols that are in the room, like the first one he sees. Does it seem more of, I'm not going to say if it's like active or not, but like a trap type of rune, or like it's waiting to receive something?
Sure, I think maybe an Arcana. Before you hit it, I'm going to say 15 and below, you get a little too close. That's an 8.
A little.
Oh.
So that's a little too close.
No reroll.
So
That's
as you sort of lean forward and you start to study, I have some good news and some bad news. You immediately identify that this is one of the active kind of explodey types.
Sure.
As everyone is within a 20-foot radius of it,
Sure.
you will all need to give me a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
I cast Absorb Elements.
Same. Yes.
Those who fail will take 24 points of lightning damage. Those who pass will take 12.
Oh, failed badly.
Oh, that's... Well, I mean, you were at maximum hit points because of the long rest, so... I mean...
Now I'm less.
Now there is
That
less.
makes me upset.
Oh,
And-
and Bowser too.
Like, the lightning just washes over you, and bzzz, you're all
Oh,
feeling it for a moment there.
Well, question for whoever was looking at that.
Yes.
Is that gone? Or is it a permanent thing? I
Is
guess.
it gone?
An excellent question. I think another Arcana and getting better than a 15 would safely find the answer for you.
I would
I'm
like to
like-
back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna back up. Why don't we cast Liamins around you? Right, we'll call back from last week.
We want to cast Liamins right here, and then
No, I'm
walk into the room.
No, and just have you be in it, and then we'll be outside of it. So
Yeah, so that way if it
and
detonates,
that
it's
shock almost
just
killed
you.
Bowser.
it'll be contained.
Sure.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so you're able to sort out it. It basically covered a 20-foot radius. You can see the char marks in the meat where the electricity stops, so you just back up beyond that point. Casey made a mistake. No char marks in the meat. The meat was unaffected. But you got a pretty good...
Blitz is going to spend a few minutes mending Bowser's wounds because he almost died from that shock. That was crazy.
Bowser!
Okay.
Oh,
also see if it damaged any of the skeletons.
No.
Man. Okay. Yikes.
Tahir, did I see an
I mean,
Arcana?
I have the simplest answer to all of our questions. I can just teleport one of us to the center of the room if I so wish.
That sounds risky.
That
But,
sounds
okay.
fantastic.
Send me in.
I was going to recommend Dahrian.
That
Oh,
sounds risky. That sounds fantastic. Okay.
Based purely on the fact that he is an expert in the undead, and based on the fact that it literally exploded. Makes me assume these are all trap runes.
I mean, it's a
That checks out.
reasonable assumption. I think an Arcana might get you some confirmation or denial, but you got to get that 15 or better.
Sure, Casey, I'll do it again. Why not?
I mean,
This is fun. I don't care. Bam.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so you
wizard.
ease your head back through, stay a little lower, not quite so far forward this time. That rune remains, but it looks as though it's recharging. Based on your study of it, could be an hour, could be a day. It's definitely not in the minutes kind of thing. If you were to study it for another 10 to 15 minutes, you could get an idea as to how soon. But you'd need some time to pass.
But these definitely seem like you get too close to it, it's a trap. It's not a ward you deactivate.
Correct. You do get the feel that it's just a proximity trap.
Well, it's fine now.
And it did lightning.
Yes.
Lightning damage.
Did lightning
Oh, yeah,
damage. Matched to the symbol that happened.
So if anyone's up for being the sacrificial pawn to be paralyzed and blinded and then on fire, that seems to be what the gist of this thing is.
Or
can you just avoid the traps?
I mean, I can just teleport through all of them.
No, I mean walk through. Like
I don't know.
they seem to be pretty far apart.
Oh.
Well, it was the
How
proximity.
how tall's the ceiling?
Ceiling arcs up pretty high.
Shoot.
All
Higher than 10 feet?
The 30 feet high at its peak.
right. I mean, really, at this point, we've got nothing but time, I guess. I mean, generally speaking. I would like to, first off, I will cast. Make sure. We all got whacked pretty good, right?
I'm doing relatively fine.
Blitz is able to heal Bowser just 2d6 per minute, but just don't waste any healing on him.
I'm
Okay.
pretty okay.
Big
32
guy,
out of 44.
you good?
We
Yeah.
just rested, so we
Yeah.
should all be good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right. It wouldn't hurt if I'm going to be the one who goes in there. But one thing I want to do, I will cast detect magic as a ritual.
Sure. You go ahead and cast detect magic. You can see just one moment. You can see that the three statues have some tiny bit of sanctity and magic clinging to them, but not much else. The party's equipment, the illusory wall, and as soon as you break the plane of the illusion, you can see each of those arcane symbols are quite magical. The skeletons also radiate magic of a necromantic sort, so they are likely animated. And that would be all the magic you would see hanging about.
Okay.
There's some ball bearings in there. Do you think it would set them off?
My guess is no. If they did not react to the corpses themselves, they probably won't even react to that.
Correct.
I mean, if you were to throw a puppy in there, then absolutely they probably would work.
All right, I'll grab Bowser.
Whoa.
Andry lifts Bowser out. Dahrian, you're pretty sure Andry just lifted up nothing.
Yeah.
Your detect magical eyes don't want to look at the puppy.
Wait,
The-
Bowser or Murky?
Murky,
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
Murky.
just kidding about Bowser.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the flip flop. Well done.
So the detect magic didn't detect anything on the dog?
The detect magic, like when you have your detect magic going, you can't see the dog.
Whoa. That's different.
That's really. I let Tahir know that. I say there is no indication magically that dog is even there.
I have been saying that. We are going crazy. There's never been a dog.
Wait, is it just not detecting magic, or when he has to detect magic on, the dog is not there at all?
So, like when detect magic goes, you kind of see an aura surrounding magical, and based on that, you can see it. Dahrian, when you try and look at, where Andry is, or where Murky likely is hanging, you can't make your eyes look at it. You cannot perceive that space.
Me as a player, I have no idea what that means, but was that like an Arcana check to understand?
Oh, sure.
What's
You can
going
throw
on
an
there?
Arcana after it.
Okay. All right.
This dog has warped reality in and of itself.
That's just nutty. That's not normal.
Yeah, that's very, very. It's very strange.
By the way, me out of character, I think that's an amazing idea to throw Bowser. Like we could tie a rope to him and throw him in there, set off all the runes, drag him back out, and I could heal him. But Blitz would never do that. But out of character, that's a really great idea.
If it means
Go,
anything, the
Bowser.
next two runes are non-lethal. He'd just be unable to move and then unable to see.
Okay. With my detect magic, can I detect? I guess in large part, what I want to attempt to discern is there do these circles emit like a
Oh, sure.
I guess like a cylinder? I mean, is there any magic in the air? I guess, or would you have to actually like step on the rune?
So you definitely don't need to step on it because Tahir didn't get that close to it. Tahir just got a little too close.
Okay.
Give me a. Let's call this one an investigation.
Not my not my bag, but
So it's hard because you're basically looking into auras, so it's like trying to see where the dim spots are in a bright room, and you can tell that they are bubble shaped. They go out about a 10-foot radius, and there are some spots, in the corners that someone nimble could maybe wriggle through, and then once they were in, if they stayed more than 10 feet up, they'd be out of those. Trap bubbles, but you do know the lightning went further than the trap bubble, so the area that it detonates in is bigger than the area that it is that the trap is. So there's spots that it would be tricky, but you could maybe wriggle through with a dexterity saving throw of some number.
Sure, which would not be That would not be my bag. Okay. I give give everybody, Tahir included, that information, that it is possible to maybe with some deftness fly up or whatever and get around this.
You
But
see them towards the center of like the statue itself.
Was this, the statue itself glow?
The statue itself does not glow, but the statue is within 2 of the pop-o-matic bubbles. So
Okay.
the 2 fire runes sort of overlap on either side of the statue.
Yeah. But I think your teleport idea, flying through, I'm going to set those things off. But you teleporting into the center, I think is that's a completely valid thing.
I think he just said that you could teleport him into the center.
So
I mean, I could teleport anyone into the center.
So the spots that you would say best guess, you think, on the left or right hand side of the serpent's coils, there would probably be a spot that you could stand there and there, and then very small spots between each of the sets. But it'll take some jumping to get over the bubbles and avoid the betweens, or once you're in the center and staying above 20 feet, but getting out to the center, you've only got a teeny tiny gap on the corners of the hallway there.
And why are we doing this?
I have no idea.
For the Guardian.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't actually know.
But
It's for the Guardian presence.
okay, so we go in there and the Guardian wakes up and he kills us?
Or gives us helpful knowledge and advice and helps us on our journey. I mean, if this is a temple to Mitra at one point, perhaps this is one of their... I wouldn't say acolytes is the proper term. Prophets? No, that's not it.
Have we heard of a snake body prophet of Mitra?
Snake-bodied prophet of Mitra? I'm not sure that you have, but maybe a religion check would help you plumb the depths of your knowledge.
If you want help, I have religion.
14?
Rolls are really sneaking up.
Mitra was more against serpents than for serpents. He was kind of not pro-serpent, given the whole set issue. But those creatures that you're sort of looking at are a depiction of a guardian naga, frequently seen as a guardian healer sage. They're rumored to be immortal, so it's a good sign to have one standing guard over something. So, it's likely defending a good spot. However, you would also recall that there are twisted, dangerous, evil undead naga that if a guardian naga is slain and rose as an undead, that's a really bad thing. So they've kind of got the good version and the fallen version. This one is designed like the good version, but it is in a room of undead, so mixed signals.
All right.
Have we tried just casting Odd's name into the ether in the middle of in the room itself? See what happens?
Yeah, I mean, I guess let me give you my thoughts. If this is connected to Mitra, that this is a room one off of this little temple, You've got what appears to be at least a statue or whatever of this guardian naga, surrounded by undead. This is something I would say the Setites put in there. They would be raising the undead to not be, and cast this magic to not affect the undead. This whole thing is set up to keep anybody from perhaps awakening this thing or getting to the statue for whatever reason. They've encased it in all kinds of debilitative and damage causing magics, permanent, and surrounded it with a bunch of undead. I would not think that Mitra would be raising undead to, protect some sanctuary or whatever. I think this whole thing is set up to keep that thing. I mean, we've already met Sam, right? He was a partial statue or whatever at this point and stuff. That it could be the same thing on this. And if it is a guardian naga, it would be an incredibly powerful if we were able to release it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we want to go messing with that right at the moment. We know that this is here and it ain't going anywhere and nobody's messing with it. But, they tried to mortar the thing in to hide it. So it's not something we need to deal with now, but I think it's something that it might be very, very, very beneficial to us at some point.
Okay. Let's maybe come back to it later.
Yeah. I mean,
Chat is encouraging the frontal assault method, so
yeah,
just giggling
right.
over
I
chat.
mean, I have Fireball.
Just attack him.
Let's see. Hold on.
Soggy Sam.
Check some stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about the 30 undead, but you could have. I mean, if we're in there getting blasted and they're not, I mean, that's a big hill to climb.
Yeah.
However, let me check one thing.
They're all within Fireball range, or at least a decent portion of them.
They are in Fireball range. We can work with Fireball range.
I can see everyone on the top left corner here.
I have
We'll save it. We know it's there.
Oh wait, I have Thunder Wave, and undead tend to be good with Constitution, so maybe not that one.
Also, there's this chamber that's down here to the right that we saw.
There
Perhaps
is,
hinting that there's another entrance.
there is
That's also been blocked off.
something going off in that direction.
Chamber to the what direction?
To the east.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. Should we go through the secret tunnel behind the Set statue and see if there's a hidden door there?
I'm fine with this.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down with that as well.
Sure, as the party makes their way back into that 5-foot hallway. And whoa, slow down there, Speedy.
Sorry.
Slow down there. As you move aside that rather nasty curtain and move into a freshly unoccupied area, could I get one of our fateful D6s? A 1 might cause some issues in this whole let's move about freely concept.
I have my rights as a centaur. Never mind.
Gotta go back up to the top of my list here. Could I have a D8, please?
I'm not rolling it.
A 2.
Dose.
Dose. Good news. Despite stepping on a twig and hearing the crackle, everybody freezes, looks around. Nothing happens.
Ooh,
But
for now.
I do need to ask for 1d100. A 1 through 10 might make something else happen.
Oh, don't
six!
you know?
So, the sound dampening powers of that little bit of cloth are impressive. For as you move it aside, despite the hallway ahead being clear, little piles of bronze with the skeletal remains still scattered about, you can hear an intoning, a chant, and a little ding symbol going off again somewhere very close by. Services are being performed.
All right, guys. Do we want to disrupt some ceremony going on?
Wow.
I'm thinking. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of these evil townsfolk there, possibly. Right?
Hmm? Hmm?
This is true. Excuse me. This is true. I think Tann would be down to help cause some chaos.
I'd say we
Can
definitely
we-
could eavesdrop first, then blow them up.
This will produce the green scaled robes, and remember we had that whole set outfit that we found,
Yes.
and I don't know, we could do a little cosplay.
So as you're entering this 5-foot hallway and looking ahead, you remember it goes down 5 feet, opens up to a room. Off to the left/north, there was that secret door. On the other side of which was the temple to Set. There was that mirror on the right-hand side. As we're entering into an obviously danger zone-y area, is there any skills that folks would like to employ as they start moving down this hallway?
I am noisy as hell. Everybody.
I believe you.
I mean,
Yeah,
I just
stealth.
want you to know that.
I could assist with stealth and any charisma based things. But stealth would probably be very helpful.
So I'll say anybody who's going to be noisy, if they want to hang back, apparently that damp cloth is very sound deadening, but they'd have to stay towards the corpse room. So anybody moving forward, I would need to see some stealth from.
I could
I'm willing to move
fly.
forward.
You could fly.
I could fly. That would that remove my disadvantage or whatever?
I'll give that one to you. That seems like
Okay.
a decent way to remove the disadvantage from the armor.
I'll move forward to listen in with the stealth.
Okay, so could I start to see a stealth roll, and anybody who's making it, go ahead and move themselves up to the big room in the middle. 16's good.
I got a feeling I probably should just not move,
I'll try.
not breathe.
You-
Thump!
Doesn't
Okay.
it seem like Featherfall
With-
should help with
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have that sounds like it would.
All right, I mean, you guys gonna make up a little bit of an average here from Andry. He's dragged us down. That's good. Dahrian's keeping us up there.
Oh, we're all going whether we're sneaky or not?
Well, if
Yep.
you're trying to get up there, yeah, I need
All
a
right,
sneak.
Let's give it a
I'll do
shot.
mine.
Oh,
That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, let's see. I got a 16, a 3, 18, 18, 16. That's not bad at all. Let me double check a quick note here. All right, so if anyone has noticed, it does not seem to have interrupted the ceremony. Now that you've made it into the big room, Andry, you can tell that the ceremony is definitely being held behind that secret door to the north. It is quiet away to the east, at least as far down as you can see through that other door. Male voice is speaking, blah 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 blah. You'd have to get a little, closer, maybe shift that door a little bit to hear the actual details. But it is definitely a, Set's a great guy, go Set kind of situation, and also a little of a hold her down sort of situation.
Huh.
Hold her down.
That doesn't
Yeah, they're
sound
That
good.
doesn't sound good.
They're gonna be They're doing sacrifices. All right.
This sounds incredibly bad.
Yeah, you hear that like unnecessary shing shing noise as they sharpen a blade that's already very sharp.
Okay. I probably would have been okay not doing this, but now that I know that this is going on, I don't know that there's a choice.
Tahir, would you want to? Well, actually, I don't know if you want to. Teleport out the victim, or I guess it doesn't. I don't know. Let's just go in.
So you
Let's
start
just go
making your
in.
way up. They're big doors. I mean, they take some opening. They're just up there. They kind of did little slidey bits.
As I
This one-
walk up to the
this one over
door,
here?
I am going to cast Giant's Might
Okay.
and put on my belt.
Okay. Andry
And
gets
I-
big.
And as we are approaching, I am going to let's see.
Mhm.
4 of vitality,
Okay.
I
and then bonus action. Who all is hurt?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah. Everyone.
Uh,
I'm fine
Blitz
right
is
now.
down 12.
I'm pretty okay for right now.
Okay. Then as my bonus action, oh yay, I get 2 points back.
That's
Okay.
2 more than you had before.
That's right.
I'm gonna. Well, first I should ask if this is allowed. Would I be able to cast enlarge on Andry?
But
To make-
let me get through the little narrow passage first.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Because if I could, I would like to hold it until he's into the room.
I don't believe Enlarge Reduce has a limitation, so yes, you could make him go to Gargantuan.
Sweet. Yeah, I don't think there is either. Because I feel like
Oh
I've
my
read this
God.
before. So
I'm
if there's room, I would like to.
Yes, I believe you can just get to Gargantuan. It sort of stops there, but yes, you can make that happen if you so choose to.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and-
I'll. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, and when he goes through, I could cast greater invisibility on him, and then we just go back to the door and close it for 1 minute.
Oh, interesting.
I could also cast haste on him.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god.
Let's all make an agreement. We all just want to just super buff Andry and just.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with doing this.
I will hold my enlarge spell until he's in the room. Now I'm excited.
Is it?
Now I
Is
want
it-
to cast
is-
haste on Andry.
Is everybody game for that?
I'm game with just buffing Andry into oblivion. Absolutely, let's do that.
Okay, so Andry, you're sort of like now hunkered down behind the doors, an adult trying to get through the little doors. All right, so we are. That is all the buffs that are being cast before doors open. Combat begins. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so those things happen, and then we're going to bring up the combat order, and we're going to ask you to go ahead and roll yourselves into initiative there. Come on over here, buddy. You're gonna be my little representative here.
Oh my goodness.
Killing it.
Yeah, you really are.
Bonus actions.
All right.
Andry might be a little awkward in his new long legs, but
So the only problem is
he's ready.
because Andry, I guess, is so squeezed in there, it just takes him a while. So you're all like, "All right, ready, go!" And he's like wriggling his little shoulders forward, but he can't quite get to the door yet. Are you all waiting for him to go through the door?
I am, otherwise he won't fit. So
Okay.
I had to
Hit it with
hold.
the
I had to hold.
heroism before he goes, I guess. I think heroism's all I got. But
So we'll go through the cycle here. So Andre's getting ready to open the doors up. It's all going down. Things are getting a little bit noisy. Blitz. The doors aren't open yet, but Andre's starting to. What are you doing, if anything? He is still in the doorway.
actually, I think I'll cast. As he goes in, I'll cast a fairy fire inside to give him advantage on whoever's in there.
Okay. You can hold an action to do a fairy fire once the doors are open.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Sounds good. Tann. Doors are closed. Andre's still in the doorway. What are you doing?
I have to wait for him to be through the doors before I make him larger, I think. So otherwise, I don't think he'll fit. If that's not the case, then I'll do it. But
No, he would not be able to fit if you made him gargantuan now. He's
Okay.
already squeezing. If you're gonna hold the action, or
Yeah.
Okay, action help.
Yeah, hold the action. Yeah.
Dahrian.
Okay, let's make sure. Are we where we were, or are we up in here?
You may be wherever you want to be, except
Okay.
that Andry is currently squeezed right in here. Like he's in the doorway as
Okay.
we speak.
All right. Well, Andry gets 5 points from the spell that I currently have going on. I probably should have planned that better.
Okay.
That Aura of Life, but this is only the second, so he gets 5 points as a bonus action, and I will cast Greater Invisibility and say, "Go get him,"
Okay.
as I pat him on the back. And then I will move to here.
Tann and Blitz. Is there anything you want to say right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. Andry
I
vanishes
didn't
from
miss
sight.
the
Poof.
victim.
No, you can't make me large.
Maybe not. I don't know if enlarge says you can see. That's what I was checking. But they didn't catch it. Tahir.
Well, I can't cast haste, I guess, then.
I guess not.
Oh, a creature that I could see? Okay,
Okay.
I can move into the...
Yeah.
Andry goes invisible. Some things happen. There's a little bit. I can't see you now.
I'll have my
Andry.
turn.
If we're gonna be kind of like
Sorry.
that, we just want we talk what we're going to do, and we know how our spells work.
Okay.
We're level 8.
That's true.
Okay.
We can just say
I'll-
he holds it.
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
we want to
Yeah.
be like that. Well, we don't want to be like that.
No
Come
problem.
on now.
You got it. It's held, and some stuff happens inside. Andry, door time.
All right, I'll open the door.
All right. Greater invisibility, haste, giant size, all sorts of nonsense happens. You step in, and you have to squeeze past this giant statue of Set. It is
Oh,
massive.
do I have to, or can I just knock it over?
I mean, you could knock it over.
Okay.
If you want to give me a... No, it's not meant to be knocked over. You're big, but this is still an effort. It would take your action to knock it down.
Do we have
Oh.
a hasted action?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Entrance.
You just... Woo. Go ahead and give me a strength athletics with advantage with all the nonsense that you have.
I give him guidance on that. The fairy fire is unnecessary if it's invisible, so guidance instead.
Okay, yep. It sounds good. Okay, yeah. So
Oh,
Andry,
he
you
doesn't need
just
it
like,
though.
and you see as it starts to topple, many of the townsfolk are indeed inside and participating. Avarkus is standing in front of the statue. He has a woman. Those of you who may have been up there may recognize the woman that was in the bed early on. Seth and Wormgear, his two guards, are towards the front. Aphris seems to be back there on the right-hand side, and then several others of the constabulary are towards the back. As the statue just starts to fall forward for no apparent reason, Avarkus gives like a ah and tries to get out of the way, but something happens. The statue breaks its fall, planting its hands and starting to turn around at you, Andry.
Oh shit!
Oh, that was
Battle.
a turn.
Oh
It's gonna be a
no!
boss battle between him and the statue.
It's Set.
You have unlocked my trap card by messing with the statue. It animates. You have an
Oh, my
animated
goodness.
statue of Set. Battle of the Titans going on here. Both of them are massive as they start to duke it out, and all sorts of nonsense goes down. That's going to Andry. That was an athletics. It is going to respond with a stone statue of Set. Where are you? You posted up a 26. It can't deal with that at the moment, so it does get knocked prone at the moment, but it is starting to move. There is a big critter there along with the others. I'm going to move him around just for convenience sake. You guys are going to take a step back here. Andry, stop trying to come with me. Andry's going to get even bigger. That didn't work. Sorry, Roll20 is fighting with me at the moment. We'll get that under control. And I heard some ba-ding-ding-dings noise. Was any of those re-rolls? No re-rolls that I've seen at the moment, but thank you for the follow out there. The party is just about to have some fun. Andry is now gargantuan. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares across, and invisible, and fighting a giant stone statue of Set. And Andry, anything else? That was just your one hasty action. Oh, the TM has been bought a reroll. Thank you out there, Isaac.
Isaac, what are you doing?
Isaac, no.
Oh,
All right.
Wee.
So, I get 2 attacks still.
yes.
Correct? I will start kicking the statue.
Certainly may. 24 is going to hit. 6 doesn't look like it even phases it, but I think you got a ton more D4s to throw at me.
And a D6, I believe.
I'm willing to believe it.
Bonus action.
6, 12, 15.
I would like to grapple it.
Certainly may try. It posts up a 21. You post up a 26. You have it grappled, and it is prone. So it is probably staying that way for the moment.
Oh, that's terrible. Kick it again.
Knee it in the
Oh,
gut.
maybe
No,
not.
it's not gonna do
Oh,
it.
man.
Oh man.
Well, action surge. All the attacks.
You got it. 25's a solid hit. 8 points of damage there, and 2d4 and a d6 more, please. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it. Still there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think you got one more
Hit it
attack
again.
from that action surge coming. 23's a hit. So many damages. 14, 16 points of damage.
And
Yep, go ahead.
with an action surge and being hasted, do you get
No, you do
No,
not.
haste
even
only
one
gives
more?
you the
No,
one
it's just
attack.
one. Gotcha.
But that was still a lot, and the statue looks pretty roughed up. I mean, you were chipping away big chunks of it. Anything else, Andry?
For my movement,
Yep.
I will pull the statue back out of the way so that the rest of the group can get into the room.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
there's-
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can clear 5 feet or so there. And as that all happens, Blitz, what might you be doing?
Thinking like the victim. You say Avarkus is holding the sharp knife about to stab her, right?
He is holding a sharp knife. He seems to have changed about what his priorities are. But
Oh, okay.
Well, in all
Can I-
honesty, all Avarkus saw was
Hey.
the statue fall over, start
You
taking damage.
pummeled.
He doesn't see me
Yep.
at all.
Yeah, so his priorities have shifted to what? Sorry, God,
Alright.
is this the wrong one? Different one, maybe?
Yeah, man. Okay, if it's clear that he's not about to stab her, then that would change what Blitz will do. He'd just classic web.
Okay.
All of the folks, get them to hold still.
Use a stone golem here for the statue for the moment. It's a biggin.
It was either that or heat metal on the knife to make him drop it before he stabs her.
Sure. Which one are you doing there?
If it's clear that he's not like lunging to stab her, then web.
Web? I
Yeah,
hate you
Webby.
so much.
It's a classic.
Not a damn counter spell in the mix. All right. Web deployed. Wow, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are going to get webbed. You're not going to be able to get Aphris. He'll be a little bit on the outside of that set. What? 15's the number I'm trying to beat.
Yes.
So we actually got some passes in here.
Oh.
Web. Good. Good. Web. Good. No, Seth! Why do all the good ones get webbed? Ooh, you did get a Varkus, though. Anything else, Blitz?
Just commanding Bowser to run up.
You got it.
Just
Bounding
there.
into it.
That's it.
Tann.
I was just so excited to see what Andry would do. I haven't really prepared anything for myself. It just made me so happy. Well, the other thing too is like, I thought it would be fun to like catapult the knife, but I don't know who I want to hit with it. That's the other thing. Maybe the statue. Let's catapult the knife at the statue.
Maybe the next
See, I think Andry misunderstood. He thought that he was going into the room by himself with all these buffs and just going to wipe the floor with everybody.
You're
You guys
right.
do you.
So disappointed right now.
I mean, if you don't want me to do anything right now, I could cast mirror image on myself in case they spot me in the back corner here. Nah, I'm probably fine.
No,
You know?
you do whatever you want. It's fine.
Mm,
It'll definitely go quicker if you guys help.
for sure. All right, I'll do. I'll kind of poke my face around the corner, do a little catapult, and send it over at the statue.
Okay. Launching the knife at the statues can do. Go ahead and give me the that's Dexy check, right?
That is a Dexy check.
Oh wow, that's not a good one for this. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he's also okay. Never mind.
Yep. He's 10 and plus 2 is not good enough. He's going to take the shot. Catapulting damage, please. 13 bludgeoning.
Yep. That's right, I forgot he got the disadvantage. I probably should have cast it at a higher level, but that's okay. That still helps.
Vargas's knife?
Yeah, Vargas's knife. I had it catapult away from him at the statue.
Oh. Holy crap.
Alrighty.
Catapult is such a fun spell. It's like I really enjoy it. And hide behind in the hallway again. And that's it.
Behind the hallway. Dahrian.
Let's see, I think I can move to there. Let me check something here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move to there. And I'm going to cast blindness on Aphris.
Linus coming in at Aphris. Aphris doesn't want that to happen.
It's a con save.
We will use the DM reroll.
That was a pretty good roll. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Rats, thanks, Isaac.
Chat.
I blame Isaac for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dahrian, Aphris is not affected, shrugging it off with the help of extraplanar beings. What are you up to?
That's pretty much it.
All right, Tahir, what do we got?
I mean, they're all in fireball distance. They're all just so nicely bunched up together for a fireball.
I guess?
Do I want to be the villain of this story?
Yeah.
I'll ask the question. I'm going to step out so I actually can see what's going on. Looking at the people themselves, are they just like terrified for their lives, or they're like the fanatics are like, how dare you? You will pay.
Oh, it's definitely how dare you, you will pay. You can see that both Avarkus and Aphris are starting to move. Aphris is, snaking out a little bit, like the scales are moving down his body. Avarkus, like his knife just flew away. He's like, that's okay, I wanted my hands free anyway. And the others are like weapons coming out. It's...
Alright, so I can be justified in my believing I could fireball the group.
Sure. Just so long as you're okay with the fact that the woman on the table is between Avarkus and them.
Next round. I will cast. I will cast Vortex Warp
Okay.
on the woman on the table.
Okay.
Would she be willing, as a cone of sand just begins to envelop her form?
What's the wording say?
You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range to make a saving throw dark you can choose to fail.
Yeah, I will say she will go along with this one. In being almost anything is better than the knife that was about to fall.
So Vortex of Sand appears and just poof, and she vanishes, and she'll appear right behind Tann.
Nice to meet you, lady. Shh.
She got a nightgown on, and she looks a little out of it, and just kind of has herself a little lay down back there. Having a rough moment.
And I will, with the remaining movement I got, duck myself there.
Okie dokie. That is going to bring us then to the Baddens. Let's go ahead and bring the Baddens back onto... You're not really there, but you're going to help me keep track of what's going on. Bad thing number one that happens is going to be a Dispel Magic is cast on the web. Dispel Magic, 3rd level or lower. The web is 3rd level or lower, correct?
Second.
Alright, so... Web is gone. That is not what I meant to do. But that is an Acolyte move wasted. Well done there.
Who did that?
Say it again?
Can we see who did that?
No, you cannot see who did that, actually.
Oh.
You think that perhaps there are people off the hallways that you haven't seen yet.
Crud.
But then Bowser, Blitz, Tann, there is a spell coming in your way. It is a biggin. Does anyone have anything they can do about incoming spells?
If shield is applicable,
No.
maybe.
This one is a flame
Yes.
strike.
No.
Absorb elements. throwing it up.
If you have a reaction, you may certainly deploy it. Flame strike incoming.
All right.
Where is my flame strike roller here?
Oops, didn't mean to do 2nd level. Just 1st level.
Where'd you go, friend? Not this person is rolling, but they have the right spell that I want for the moment. Bonk. Could I see DC 16 dexterity saving throws or 17 and 12 coming at Blitz, Bowser, and Tann as fire rains down upon you?
Oh boy. That's 17 fire and 12 radiant?
17 fire and 12 radiant.
Oh. Oh no. I'm hurting now.
I'm gonna blame Isaac again.
As that happens, Avarkus has moved back to the stairway. Afris. Where'd you go, my buddy?
You guys need to do con saves too.
Oh yes, anyone who is holding, please go ahead with the con save.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
My buffs.
Yeah,
you're
man.
still
Still
very, very
large.
large. Yeah.
Afris also withdrawing. Will call out. Hey Set, be my buddy. You would prefer not to see 1 through 10 happen right now. 56 is not 1 through 10. Set himself does not appear. That's good.
Oh no.
Oh, what are they gonna do? Andry, your invisible form gets swarmed. And they
All
seem
right.
to be 3 of them are working with the statue to give it advantage. Sorry, 2 of them. 2 slams. So these are coming in at advantage. 2d20. Number 1. Number 2. Wow, those are terrible.
Oh, that's
Does
oh,
a 21 hit?
yeah,
Does a 18 hit?
yeah.
Your AC is raised by 2 when hasted.
Oh, then the 18 doesn't hit.
18 doesn't hit. That is good. Uh, 18 points of bludgeoning damage as it does manage to... wait, nope, it's at disadvantage. Never mind, neither of those work because it is downed. The other 3... Just try and get attacks off at you. Disadvantage. Both gonna miss. Both gonna miss. Miss. God damn it. Dealt. That's everybody. And so, Andry, you still have the statue pinned. You have heard some chanting coming from the eastern hallway. And Avarkus and Afris have started to retreat. What are you doing?
You can run, but you can't hide. The statue takes 1 point of damage,
1 point of damage.
and I will rain down some fists on it.
Certainly may.
As I'm holding it down, I believe I still have advantage. Oh yeah, I'm invisible anyways.
27's a big hit. 6 plus things. 16 points of damage.
How's the statue looking?
It's very battered, but it was a big statue to start with. 26 is a solid hit.
All right, I rolled again because I forgot to put advantage.
You got it. $18, $20 there. One more of those and that would do it.
Yeah, I got my hasted attack, so let's do one more.
You got it. Give
forgot
me
the
the other side for that
advantage.
for the advantage.
Yeah, you do.
That's a crit. Let's see all the dice. 20 is the number you need to get of. 13, you're most of the way there. That's got it. Statue crumbles. Jade, gems, stone, all falls about as it shatters below. These all fellas have swarmed up over you. But that's not a big issue for you at the moment.
No, not really. Bonus action, I will... Wait, you said Avarkus and Apris? Avarkus is the father, right?
Yep, the father and the son have both started to retreat to the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Afris is the one who sent us down here, or sent us to the mansion. We just happened to find ourselves down here. don't know how he plays into it. Maybe we're additional sacrifices.
That's unfortunate. I will rage.
Wait. Bonus action. Nope, you didn't grapple. So okay, yeah, rage deployed. Blitz. What are we up to?
Dang, I want to stop them from running.
Yeah, I got these guys. Get them!
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just too dang slow. Even with a Misty Step would get me like 5 feet away from them. Dang it. I could grease the steps. It'd be kind of funny if they fell.
That would be funny.
I think
All
that
right,
could
let's do
work.
that.
Sounds
Let's
awesome.
try it.
Sure, go ahead and give me grease.
Just Home Alone the dungeon.
Yeah, like right where they're headed, I guess. Like
You got it. Well, you're gonna cast it
Um,
in their area so that they have to not trip, right?
yeah.
All right. So they're on the steps. You bottom step and
Oh,
up.
it's only 10 feet. Yeah.
Yep. But that'll get them tripping, and that unfortunately means Aphris has fallen prone. Avarkus is still standing.
He seems the sort to abandon his kid.
Does a little, doesn't he? Anything else, Blitz?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus Misty Step up there anyway, even though it's not quite far enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Tann, what do we got?
Should I attack of?
Was Blitz
Whoa.
concentrating on something?
No, not anymore. It was the web, but it went away.
Oh, right. Okay.
Should I attack the people or Avarkus? That's what I'm struggling to decide on, because I could lightning bolt the people.
I'm planning to go
Or-
after Avarkus.
You plan to go after Avarkus? Okay, because yeah, I don't really have anything to slow him down besides just attacking him. Okay, cool. That makes my decision easier. I am going to, let's see, run 35, and then use my action to sprint. Use 2. Where's it go? Use 2 sorcery points for a quickened spell, and I'm going to cast lightning bolt down the line of people.
Yeah?
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 Yeah.
Sorcerers.
When they went to church this morning, they knew they were going to get charged up, but not like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah?
Okay, let's see this lightning bolt. That's a lot of damage.